My sound is not on. Thank you, Lynn, for pointing that out. Um, I wound up starting about a good 11 minutes early because the computer is not happy. So that's what has happened. So I might have to put that in the sad description. It was like, oh, I forgot to turn on the mic off a bit. But thank you, Lynn, for letting me know that is the mic should be still on. Can you hear me, Lynn? Let's see. I do have like a little bit of a delay. Nice. All right. Good to know. All right. As I was saying, before I happened to realize that I wasn't recording anything or not having the mic on, is still building the Hunter Line covered bridge. This is what it, well, except for different colors and maybe looking a little bit not as run down. That's what my plan is. As I was also saying, I got the gables done, all the rafters, and tonight is adding the roof. Now they do suggest that computers are never happy. I was overrunning it too much. I should have been. I was trying to do something on beforehand, and then that just went. Ugh. So it took a while for the hard drive to catch up to everything. So the way the hunters, Rick and Marine Hunter, the way they were having it set up is that the rafters are glued on along with the cable ends, and then you add the roof sheathing. I, on the other hand, I'm planning on doing this as removable because this is going on a diorama, and if I ever get a chance to actually put it on a layout, I want to be able to take the roof off, take the rails out, and be able to move it that way. Having the roof permanently on, that will make taking the rails back out a little on the challenging side. So let's say we start with this. Now this is a 2 foot or 2 inches wide. So mark the center line. Up a little bit first. There we go. And anyway, okay. So we're not going through one's hands. And the side. And from here, so it's complete straight edge. And of course I move it. you suggested using factory edges as for the peak roof. Since I might have messed this up a little bit, that sounds like a smart idea to do. I can hear the wood slowly start cracking. That looks like it's not straight as I want it. I'll have it straight, both sides, but not here. So let's see. All right, so it's a little long, and that's okay. That means we can trim it for later. And so I'm breaking it all the way through. Let's say we just keep it. So little. So we center this. And from here, grab some glue. So my assumption is it shows that there's one watching, but that is incorrect because Lynn is here also. So it should be saying at least 2, but my computer says 1. So unless Lynn has turned into a ghost, I will assume that there might be more people. And sorry for being a little bit discombobulated. For those who are just joining, what had happened is that my computer was not happy before I was starting, so it was more of a. This is more of a getting back to basics, or not basics. Back to getting everything to work properly. So my assumption is that it says 3, now 4. All right. Well, my computer is not only angry, he's lying to me now. But actually, let's do both sides. At this point, I'm not very good at focusing on promoting my channel at this point, because as soon as I started this channel, of course, I want to getting employed and getting used, trying to get, it took me a while to get used to go from, pretty much not doing much during the daytime to all of a sudden working a 10-hour workday. So it threw my body off a little bit. And so here for making it 90 degrees. After 90 degrees set. I'll hold that for now, just to get the initial shape for the building. Of course, the rafter itself decides to come on loose. All right, we're going to get clean. Here. So here, and as that dries to position, and now, and also another thing that the hunters say is that you should stain the bottom to your appropriate color. However, that is also sort of kind of requires if it's being permanently mounted onto the bridge. Since I'm making mine removable, I can stain that later on. This. This is a good start. So we'll let that set up a little bit. And and I got 2 thumbs up, according to Lynn. Why, thank you. Yeah, I think I remember you mentioning that on one of the other live streams that you were doing that. I'm not sure if that was Humanity Junction or not. But so what is your club doing while we're waiting glue to dry? I forgot what the HDM stands for. I think the last 3 of MRC is Model Railroad Club, but I've forgotten what the HDM stands for. Yeah, you've been on a lot of the channels, Lynn. You're all over the place. I remember when Heath had people on. I guess he had too many things on his computer to turn around and actually run computer anymore. Next week in the local Elks show. High Desert Modular Model Railroad Club. All right. At least I know I'll set right on the last 3. So if you're with the High Desert Modular Club, is there a Low Desert Modular Club also? Just kidding. Yeah, I'm trying to think as I just moved. I moved here to Vermont just before the pandemic, so I'm not quite sure where the closest Elks Lodge is. My father and my father, grandfather, and uncle used to be Elks for the Ward of Leet, New York Elks. Never really. My father never really promoted me to get into the Elks. Thing is, I always thought, yes, there is a Low Desert Club. Nice. Yeah, I always thought the funny thing is that I always thought that the Elks was just a bowling club because, well, they had, if I remember correctly, I want to say they had 8 lanes in the basement for bowling. I think that's the only time that I've actually went there and all that. So I never, of course, I was only about, I want to lean towards maybe 10 years old at the time when I went down there. And so my father never really spoke about it. He also never really spoke about um, his work either. He was also a teamster. He didn't really talk about that much. Talk about much that about work. One of the interesting things is that we did have a camper, and at first we had like a sliding camper that went in the truck. But what had happened was then when my sister was born, decided had basically wound up having to get a new truck and a new camper. So my father wound up getting one of those crew cab pickup trucks from the I want to say early '80s. Then he also had a 30, I think it was a 34 camper behind it. So you got a long truck, you got a long and a long trailer and all that. And it I think the total length, I want to say hit 40 feet, or possibly even longer. But since my father was a truck driver, it didn't bother him because he was used to driving vehicles that long. All right, let's see how dry this is. Looks like it's now solid as one piece. And the more I put on here, of course, the stronger this is going to get. All right. Now, from my understanding, even though these are showing all the raptors in one direction, which that way I'm aiming for is going to be have them going one direction till they get the center, and then go the other direction. So if I remember correctly, that's how some roofs are built. Could be wrong, but this is also a detail that you would not normally see as you're going through it. That. Set up that direction. All right, and sort of like rinse and repeat. Ooh, I see more icons. Hello, Mike B. Hello, High Plains. Yeah, one of these days I got to figure out how to get the monitor sort of there instead of over there. But right now I don't have a television or monitor that will work at this point. All right. Let's see. This. Fighting with the curtain. Cutting drawer. That's the color. All right. I'm glad I got a lot of these little things because we're going to need lots of them. So this is not a very exciting show. Well, the modeling is not very exciting because basically we're just gluing rafters on, sort of like rinse and repeat. Unfortunately, I started off a little late tonight because my computer was not happy what I was, well, specifically the hard drive wasn't happy what I was doing with it. Asking for way too much to do all at the same time. So it took me a while to get on to get live. Took me about 11 minutes a little late. Interesting. So this one is this one's not laying flat. It's flat one way, but not the other. So I'm going to go in and fix that one a little bit later. Just get one side solid. This one isn't. This one looks a little long. They can always be modified. I had thought by matching them all the same that it would be similar, but it's not the way so. It's a little long because see what I did wrong on that one. I wound up not pushing it up enough. That's why it's they're both not right. So you didn't hit the valley all the way in. Uh, okay, now that one's in the groove. But That way. See how well this. So it's one of those things of remembering correctly. When you first start out, it's very, very flimsy. But as you add more and more stuff to it, more structure, it will stiffen out to the point where you don't have to baby it, basically. Let's see this one. First one looks like it's slightly upset. There. Yeah. And correct it. All right. Hello, James Galton. Welcome in. Yeah, it still says there's still one person watching. The chat says otherwise. There. Back online. Bottom. So now we got two that are in. Theoretically straight. Straight they are. There's a small one. It's like they're vertically straight. They look a little off, but I have a feeling that's more of a optical illusion that they're off. Now, see if I'll try adding a third one again. Well, so this one. Hey, good to hear that, James, that you sold the house. Let's see. Might be, don't worry, never needed try live yet. I'm sure it takes some practice. Well, the reason why I've done live instead of recordings is that I helped out with Nutrex modeling, which is the YouTube channel that's doing uh, build along of the one of the build alongs for the covered bridge. And since I had some experience with it, it just felt like the way to go. I haven't really tried myself at editing at this point. I've done a little, but not enough that I'm confident in it. And also, since starting the live stream, I've gone back to work, so I haven't really had the time to turn around and film and edit things. So that's why I haven't gone that route yet. I do have videos that I have recorded. I just have not edited them at this point. And so since I'm not really confident with that, I've been concentrating on live shows. Because once the computer's working properly, all you have to do is hit live and away you go. And be cognizant of that there is a delay on stuff. I think the delay has got shorter, or at least that's what I'm observing, is that the delay is shorter. It's down to 10 seconds, a 10-second delay. But it's still, when you actually hit the go live button, there's a 30-second delay before the website comes up and says, hey, you're live. But there's a 10-second delay for when, hitting that. There's a 10-second delay before it's on YouTube. And that's also the same thing with comments and all that. So there's be a lot of all right. Work is a bad word. Well, so another 4-letter word, or bill, is a bill. And well, things you got to be turning around, and people want money for some silly reason. All right, we'll see you later, Lynn. So 5 or 6 and 6. All right. Now, James, will I'm assuming you'll turn around and making sure you have good internet at your new place. I know there's somebody that wants to do live streams and all that, but their internet is just so bad that they have a hard time actually making even at the lowest resolution, having small picture or having small pictures. Yeah, when I was well, I want to say before YouTube, I didn't really needed massive amounts of bandwidth and all that. But now that I'm doing live stream, I'm sort of kind of glad that I do have the internet speed, because the computer is sending the picture to YouTube, which is one video stream, and then it's sending it back to YouTube or through YouTube. So that's at least 2 streams bouncing back and forth. And I want to say, if I actually invited people to come on, those are more streams that are trying to go through the computer. So I had never thought I'd be using this much bandwidth. but it is what it is. This one needs to be trimmed. But I would have to say what I'm doing now is something that I wouldn't have thought of even a year ago from that. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of doing live streams a year or so ago. But here I am. Sort of like as Heath has the T-shirt to blame Heath. He's the one who sort of Heath Hurwitz, I think his last name is, from Humanity Junction. He's the one who sort of poked and prodded me that I should start a YouTube channel. So I should turn around and actually buy a Blame Heath T-shirt because, well, it's fault that I'm doing this. Well, hello there, Wigwag Workshop. Thank you for coming. And Lynn is back. So we're still, yeah, the thing is my computer's not completely happy because it's still showing there's only one person. So something's not updating. But oh well. Today has been definitely an interesting challenge. This is the first week of being an actual employee of my new current workplace. No longer working for a deco. So basically I was doing my best to, look for work, and just got to the point of going, all right, I'm not doing very good on my own. So I worked with the deco before, but this is, I think, the first time I went from a temp job to permanent. I've done plenty of temp jobs over the years. All right, looks like that's solid. Let's go the other option. Less gives more time to stuff to glue down. Yeah, 6 and 6. Nice. Yeah, usually people don't have 100% thumbs up. Yeah, Wigwag, yes. We'll all blame Heath. That's probably what I should do is get a hold of Blame Heath shirt. I mean, I wound up meeting him at Amherst briefly, and wound up getting a pin, which I can't find. Right, this, oh, there it is. And of course, you hear crashing, booming, and all that. But wound up giving me a Manny Junction pin and a real fancy sticker. So yeah, it doesn't really fold flat. You guys get the everyone gets the idea. I'm not quite sure if I should start doing what they do on some of the machining channels, where they got a wall behind them that has all the other different YouTube channels behind them. This one, we're going to go this direction. So I was saying earlier, whereas the drawing has all the rafters facing the same direction, except for, well, obviously this one can't be, that one can't be pointed in the same direction. I'm doing is having them point all in one direction, outside in, and then doing it that way. Just making sure things are square. This is getting a little bit more stronger as I keep on adding more and more rafters to it. The glue is very dry, my apartment, so the glue has a tendency to, I don't have the Marine Hunter, while she's building these, has a neat little glue applicator that almost like in a needle or type of needle, so the stuff stays wet. Here it's dries up a little bit too quickly. All right, let's check the time. Oh, we're getting towards the end. Well, hello, rail artist. I did not see you sneak in. And I'm assuming you're saying congratulations on getting a job earlier on. I am now in shop cars are like that 6x5 cards. Oh, okay. You're talking about the stickers and stuff like that. Oh, that's interesting to do. All right. Well, thank you for stopping in, Mike B. And it's starting to look like it's time to switch over to someone or yeah, somewhere else. Especially with all the fun technical difficulties I've been having tonight, it sounds like a good idea to go onto a channel that has probably have better production quality than I do, like Third Rail Thursday. I'm not quite sure who in. Yeah, you sneak in everywhere. I see you all over the place. But why, thank you, Wigwag. And yeah, I'm not quite. I'm trying to think who is on tonight on the second Third Rail Thursday. Is it Eminem tonight? Eminem Rails. Hold on 1 second. Let me. Don't want to do that. Yeah, my computer is not happy. All right, I have lost. There we are. I was gonna say I wound up losing Of course, now, okay, that might be one of the reasons why things are not happy is because, oh, here's an update. All right. Not that, not that. I am not able to find I am not able to find who's on Third World Thursday tonight. And finally. 9 p.m. Model Railroad Live is live. Yes, thank you, Wigwag. That's an hour from now. That is after Third Rail Thursday. And of course, can I find what I'm looking for? Nope. Oh, that wound up. It's on the wrong screen. So I'm assuming because I got 3 monitors, but one's on a USB port, and I temporarily lost the USB port. So all the screens that were on the USB, which incidentally is a CRT, a VGA monitor. So I usually use that in the corner there. But let's see, all my Firefox disappeared. There we go. I'll restore the chat. Club meeting to finalize plans for next week's show in a little over an hour. Well, I'm planning on apparently I have 61 subscribers. Somebody subscribed since the last time I went live. So thank you, whoever that was. But yeah, with all the fun shenanigans with the computer and all that, I'm gonna end this now. So thank you everyone for coming. And I think the world needs more love. So find your passion and add some silliness to it and share